Hello friends, welcome back to virtual session, and in today's session I am going to talk about sorting techniques. Now sorting techniques means arranging random data or unorganized data in an order. Now order means ascending or descending order, and for arranging data in that manner we have to use a sorting techniques. Now basically sorting techniques are divided in three parts, or there are two ways of sorting data, and for that reason they had given two types of algorithms, this internal sort and external sort. Today I am going to talk about the internal sorting techniques, unidirectional sort. Okay. Unidirectional sort. Okay. So let's say unidirectional sorting technique. So internal sort. And in the internal sort, the categories are selection sort. The algorithms are selection sort. Then we have a bubble sort and insertion sort. Means there are two mainly selection sort algorithms are categorized on internal sort and external sort. Internal sorts are unidirectional, single directional. It sort the data using one direction only, and it is categorized in three types: selection sort, bubble sort and the insert sort. So today we are going to discuss about the implementation, what that algorithm means, how selection sort able to sort the data in an ascending and descending order, and then we'll discuss about the program for implementation of the selection sort, bubble sort and insertion sort. Okay. Now what is selection sort? The first thing is we are going to discuss about the selection sort. Selection sort is a sorting algorithm which finds the smallest element in the array and swap with the first element. Right? We sort of pick up selection sort means you have to pick up the position. Let us say you pick up a position first. Now what you have to do, you have to pick up the smallest element and put into that position. Means in the first iteration, the smallest element which you determine from an array will get occupied in the first position. Then you select the second position, and then again compare all the remaining array elements, and whichever the second smallest one, because smallest ones you already put it in the position 0 or position 1. Then in the second position, second lowest, third position, third lowest. In this manner, selection sort at the end can able to sort all the array elements in an ascending order. You can apply this algorithm in another way also. Instead of selecting the lowest element or the smallest element on the top, you can put the heaviest element at the bottom also. Right? Means let us understand, in the first attempt the heaviest element will be shifted to the last position, then the second heaviest, then the third heaviest, sort of. In this manner also you can arrange the data in the ascending or descending order. shifting smallest element on the top or shifting heaviest element on the bottom, that you have to decide whether it's a condition less than or greater than, that you have to decide. But what is selection sort? Select a position, right, and on that position you have to pick up the smallest element and put that element in that position. Let us understand, you select the position 0. Now it's your time to, on the 0th position, the first lowest element has to be appear, and then you shift the position. Now you are in the position number 1, now the second lowest, third lowest. In this manner, if you can continue, right, a selection sort is a sorting algorithm which finds the smallest element in the array and swap the first element, right, and then means like obviously whatever the element available in that position, it has to be swapped with the lowest one, right, the position of the lowest one, then with the second element, and continues till the entire array is sorted, right. Means like if your first position, the lowest element will be there, and whichever the position that lowest element was, that position will be get occupied by the element available in the first position. In this manner, if you continue this algorithm, you will get the sorted array. You got my point clear? Okay. Let us go for the implementation of it if you understand the logic of a selection sort. Now we just recently discussed about selection sort. Now we have to select a position, and on that position the lowest element will be exchanged with that element over there, right? Now here let us assume that you have an array of 100 size. N is the size of an array, and then like here these are the variables over there. Now here we print enter number of elements, means this is the maximum size of an array, and how many elements you want for an array, that we are accepting from the user. Then like we read the array data, right? Array is a like collection of the numbers over there. Let us assume that I want to implement this sorting algorithm in the array of integers. So I read the data. N is the size of an array. After reading the data, for c equals to 0, c less than n minus 1, c plus plus, c less than n minus 1, because obviously last element like you start with a 0, one element you will find less over here. Okay, because there is no swapping, because if you come to the second last element, obviously last element means like if you have n elements, right, the total iterations will be n minus 1 required over there, because as you are performing sorting. Okay, now like you pick up a position equal to c, means now your positions on the 0th position, you have to filter out the lowest element and put it on that position, and whatever the data available in that position will be swapped with the position of a lowest element over there. So position equals to c. You got my point clear? C equals to 0, c less than n minus 1. Why less than n minus 1? Because as I said, as you are performing the sorting, obviously it's an exchange of two numbers, so you will require the n minus 1 iterations over here. Now position equals to c, and you start with d equal to c plus 1. C plus 1 means like you pick up the position that is 0. Now you need to start comparing the element from c plus 1 to less than n, right? Because and then array position means like 0th position, whatever the data available in the 0th position, if it is more than array of d, means 0 will be compared with 1, 0 will be compared with 2, 0 will be compared with 3, likewise, right? And carry on with the d less than n. And if the data available in the position is more than that, then the position will be the value of position will be the d over there. And if position is not equal to c, obviously if that is not the position which you pick up 0, and c means you are actually now you increment the value of it, then exchange the data, right? Swap equal to array of c, this is a temporary variable we are taking as a swap, and array of c data will be assigned to this, and then we swap the elements over there. Hope you understand the point. Like I'll take it in a general way. I'm picking a position called as 0. I'm picking a position called as 0. Then my d will be on the 1 to n, whatever the data available in the array position, if it is greater than this, then obviously you need to change the like the value of position to the d over there, right? If it is greater, and if position not equal to c, you continue that. If what is the first loop will be for c equals to 0, c less than n minus 1 c plus plus, and is the position is 0, and then you pick up that particular element. Where array position more than array of d, position equal to d. If any position not equal to c, then swap that element over there, and at the end you will find the sorted list in ascending order. You like the concept of this implementation is very simple. First of all, you pick up the position and compare with the rest. Whenever you find the element which is like less than particular these things over there, exchange it, right? And then this like in this manner, by applying this logic over here, you will get the position of an element which is like lowest in that position over there, and then you exchange the position of it, and then the value of c will be incremented by 1, right? And then now again from the 2 to n minus 1, and you have to compare all the elements over there. Once you find the lowest element available, then exchange that position over there. This is what the way how you can, if you continue this way, you will be able to implement the insert sort order, right? You will be able to implement the selection sort. Okay, so we were discussing about the implementation of selection sort, where we got the point that first of all you have to read the data, select the position, and then from the position plus 1 to n, and I put the condition if array of position is the data available in the position is more than this, then you exchange the like the value of position. And at the end of this loop, if position is not equals to c, then you swap that element over there. If you repeat this process, you will find the sorted array, right? Hope you understand these things. Now let us go for the next way of implementations, that is the bubble sort. Now bubble sort means, sometimes it is referred to as a sinking sort. Means like, let's say how the bubble will travel. Like if you are in the water, what you will find that bubbles comes from the bottom to top. So like in the similar manner, if you start your like iterations of, because ultimately you are going to find the like sorted array. Ultimately this entire exercise you are doing for arranging the data in the ascending or descending order. So what you need to do, if you just like pick up last position, bottom positions, and the lowest position, if you like by comparing last with second last, right? And if your last is less than second last, then swap them. Then second last with third last. In this manner, if you can do it, so lowest element will be popped up on the top. Means every time you start from the bottom, and your lowest element will need to sync on the top, then second lowest, then third lowest. In this manner, that's like the way the bubble comes from the bottom to top. If you can implement, so this is what the way how we can implement the bubble sort, because like these all sorting techniques we are going for implementing or arranging your random data in the sorted way, whether it's ascending or descending, right? Let us go for the implementation of it. Okay, so now like a bubble, here again the entries what we required, we have entries over here. As I already explained you, c equal to 0, c less than n minus 1, c plus plus 1 less iteration required, d equals to 0, d less than n minus c minus 1. Means like, okay, imagine the situations. Now if you are on the 0th positions, you start with 0 to, and then if array of d more than, means like first of all, if you are at the 0, 1 to 0, then 2 to 0, likewise, and then if you find that elements over there, like let's say if you are actually arranging the data. Okay, let us understand this thing. C is 0 as inner loop is start of 0, let's say C is 0, so D less than, I said you have to start from the bottom and to see the positions over there. Array of D greater than array of D plus 1, means you compare D with D plus 1, right? So 0 with 1, 0 with 2, 0 with 3, 0 with 4 sort of, and then compare it to the last. And if the array of D is 0 is less than is greater than that, okay, so means greater element, heaviest element will be sink at the bottom over there, then exchange them, right? So at the 0th position, what you will find, that you will find the lowest element over there, because the heaviest element you are putting into the bottom over there, right? So if now C is 1, again you start with the 0 to something, C is 2. So if you repeat in this way, you will find the like data will be arranged in the sorted array over there. Obviously, while dealing with the sorting algorithms, you need to test the code over there. You need to write the iteration tables, because understanding these sorting algorithms by using a code sometimes should become tough, because you have to write the iteration table, means at the first phase what happened, second phase what happened. In this way, probably you can able to understand the sorting algorithms. So I'm going to explain you what is actually sorting means, what are the types of sorting: selection sort, bubble sort. But in bubble sort, the way the bubble comes from the bottom to top, or the heaviest element you put on the under the bottom. In both the ways, and a bubble sort will be applied over here, or you can write your own code also to implement these algorithms. So every time the lowest element need to be popped up, start from the bottom. This is the way how the bubble sort will work over there, right? Hope you, like after implementation, you understand this thing, that the array will be sorted using the bubble sort over there. Let us go for the next sorting algorithm, and that is your insert sort. Now insert sort means, like, let us understand you have like the cards over here, right? Now and you have to arrange the cards in a sequence. What you will do, you will pick up one, like one, and then move towards the left over there. And if this card is less than this, then swap them. Now second one again things, third, fourth one means insert sort means pick up a card and then arrange it into the in a sequence over here, right? This is the logic of insertion sort. Means you have to insert that particular card, like pick up one card and insert in the specific position. That is the logic of insertion sort. C program for insertion sort. This code implements insertion sort algorithms, arranges number of array in ascending order with a little more, like, okay, we'll like do it in the I'll be explaining you in the how to do it over there. But whenever you need to understand the logic of insertion sort. Insertion, let's say you are having the plain cards, and now you need to arrange them. What you will do, you will not start with 0, because there is no nothing to compare over here. You will start with 1. 1 will be compared with 0, and like if you want to arrange it ascending, so if the first card is greater than this thing, then it will occupy the first position. Then you start with the second position, again do the same. It's like where this card I should put. In this manner, you can, if you can repeat, you will get the logic of the insertion sort. So here we scan the random data, and after that C equals to 1. As I said, I start with the 1, and C less than n minus 1. Right? Yeah, I repeat it. Then D equals to C. The position which I put on the C over there. Till the D more than 0, and array of D minus 1 more than this thing means I have to compare this. This should be, if it is more than this one, then what I have to do? I have to do the swapping over here. Right, so the lowest element will become over here, right? Then the second, again the second, I will insert the positions, and D minus minus means, like, for C equals to 1, C less than equal to n minus 1, C plus plus, D equal to C, pick up the position firstly, while till the value of D more than 0, and array of D minus 1, this is D minus 1, and this is D, is more than array of D, and you swap them, and D minus minus. So in this manner, we, like here in this case, pick up 1. If this element is heavier than this, then swap them sort of, and then you continue with the with the selected positions, right? First of all, you C is 1, and then C is 2, then C is 3. So means like if it is 1, compare with it, it is 2, compare with this and this, and insert data over there. And if you continue this process, you will find the implementation of the insertion sort. Now basically what I am discussing in today's session, right, that if you have, because it's a connected part with an array, right? So if you have an array means a set of data. Obviously in such set of data we need to, like last session we discussed about the searching techniques. Now we are discussing about the sorting techniques. Means if you have a collection of the random entries and you suddenly want to arrange it in the ascending and descending order. So for arranging that all the random data in an ascending or descending order, like they provide the three kind of sorting techniques, and that sorting techniques are selection sort, bubble sort, and insert sort. I'll again iterate. Selection sort means select the position, and in that position the lowest element need to be appear over there, and then change the position. Means, and then first of all the value will be 0, then 1, then 2, and on that positions if you can put the lowest element, then selections means you select the data and sort it over here. In case of bubble, you need to start from the bottom, and the lowest element need to be like you have to compare with the compare the adjacent elements and swap them till it reaches to the top, right? So this is what the mechanism behind the bubble sort over here. In case of selection sort, the total number of iterations, because like if the is n-1, and in case of bubble sort, as you like, okay, you are on the top now. First of all, the topmost this lowest element will pop on top, and then it will increment over there. So total number of iterations will be depend on the, like first of all the n-1, then n-2, and n-3. So the in totality the number of iterations will be required lesser over here. And insertion sort means you have to just like you pick up the positions and then start with the adjacent things over there. So these all algorithms are actually designed for arranging data in the ascending and descending order. They are having their own complexities, right? So selection sort, more number of iterations, but simply simplified way of implementation. Bubble sort, lesser iterations over required there. So insertion sort requires the lesser time, but like with like complexible in the code complexity is there. So anyway, whichever the algorithms, because ultimately the outcome has to be the like array need to be in the sorted array, like array has to be the output over there. So if you have an array which is unorganized, which is random in nature, then you apply this selection sort, bubble sort, and insert sort, and sort them in a sorted manner in ascending or descending. If you are like whichever the algorithm you are using, if it is giving the ascending result, you change that less than to greater than, or greater than to less than, you will get the vice versa results. Means if you read a array in the ascending order, and if you want to go for descending now change that condition to the less than, so you will get the descending also, right? So this is what the way over there. I am trying to explain you, because the code is a bit conditional over here, so it's like you have to dry run it. As I said, you have to go with the like to understand this bit, understand this all the things properly. Probably the base technique is you'll go with the iteration table. It's on the 0th page how the data will be swapped. So if you dry run the code and draw the iteration tables, how the in the first phase, second phase, third phase, what will happen, you probably understand how the code and how the algorithm is working. Right? Hope you understand the sorting algorithms and sorting techniques. Thank you.